And we've got Brasica on the line.
That's Brasica, Boomer. That's Brasica.
We've got Brasica on the line. G'day.
Yeah, g'day. That's Brasica as in broccoli, cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. No need to laugh. My parents weren't making a joke. They're just very organic kind of people, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look, if you say so. What's happening tonight?
Well, I'm just ringing up because I'm kind of getting tired of all of these people who say that they can't eat meat unless it's on polystyrene wrapped in plastic, and they don't want to know what animal it came from. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're not prepared to kill it, you shouldn't be eating it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Look, I think I sort of see your point, and I haven't been a hunter myself. I've never.
It's great fun, Boomer. Getting out there with a gun into the wild, seeing something beautiful and then killing it. There's nothing better.
Does it taste better?
Yeah, look, I'll tell you what, people do not get sick from fresh food. They get sick from old food. The closer you are to the kill, the healthier it's going to be. The best thing is if you can kill it, cook it and eat it, or kill it, eat it and cook it, whatever order you want to do it in. But as long as it's fresh, you're not going to get sick. It's just not going to happen.
What sort of animals do you prefer to eat?
Oh, like anything that I've, slit its throat with a knife, anything will do. If it's breathing, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
Well, once it's stopped breathing, actually, I prefer it stop breathing before I eat it.
Yeah.
And I do like it cooked, a bit bloody's fine.
Well, the Japanese, they only, like with fish, they keep them alive and they only kill them just pretty much as they're cooking them. So they say it's got...
I know there's sometimes they're still moving on the plate when you get them. It's pretty damn fine.
Yeah, look, I must admit, it's not my taste, but yeah.
You just haven't had it good then, Boomer. Nobody's ever prepared you something fresh and great yet, have they?
What's the
fresh
most
and bloody and
bizarre
on the outside and juicy? It's just great.
What's the most bizarre thing you've ever eaten? Most exotic?
Most exotic?
Yeah.
Dolphin.
Oh, yeah.
Tastes like chicken. Everything weirdly that doesn't taste like beef tastes like chicken. Rabbit tastes like chicken. Human,
Dolphin.
Well, that tastes like bacon, actually.
Yeah.
Apparently. I haven't eaten human, I must say. I haven't. I've just heard about it.
Yeah.
Heard it's not good for the brain to be eating your own kind, but, that's all right.
Well, that could solve famines, couldn't it?
Snake tastes like chicken. They're talking about, I was reading about it recently, that in Asia they're actually farming pythons for human consumption. And they're saying there's so many reasons why it's good. You don't have to feed a python more than once every couple of weeks. They take up less space, so there's not all that agriculture and methane and farts that you get from cows.
Yeah.
And you also don't have to take up so much land. And because they don't eat so much, you're actually not using a lot for their feed because, with cows, it's mainly growing feed for them that takes up all of that space and is really bad for the environment and everything. So we all may be eating snake that tastes like chicken some point down the track.
What about just more chicken?
Yeah, chicken tastes like chicken.
Yeah, I love chicken. That's my favourite, I think, chicken. But
there's many good ways to prepare a chook.
I've never had
Mind
snake.
you, chook. You don't want chook bloody. I like my red meat bloody, but you don't want your chook bloody because you do get, even if it's breast chook, you can still get sick from it if you don't cook it properly.
Yeah, I went to a restaurant once and they had chicken feet. I must admit it didn't. I didn't eat that dish. I'll tell you now. Yeah.
Look, there's nothing on it. They're just bones and a little bit of a squishy pad at one end. It's just they're not terribly tasty. I've tried them. I've tried snails, but I have to say.
Yeah.
Not much into the offal. Not much into your liver and kidneys. Not my sort of thing.
Oh, I've had chicken liver pate. That was very nice.
Yeah, you see, when you're thinking about food and health, when we look at what our bodies do, the liver and the kidneys are the things that filter waste,
Yeah.
So you've got all of the crap going through your liver and your kidneys.
Yeah.
That's not what you want to be eating. That's like, I'll eat the filter system. I don't think that's a terribly good idea.
It tastes nice, though.
No, I know what it's doing, so, can't get my head around that. Sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, going back to where you started with the wrapping and that. What gets you the most angry about that?
Because I love animals. I love to kill them, but I also love them, and I think that you're not doing the animal due service and respect by refusing to acknowledge where your meat came from. the animal that your meat came from.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's and they might as well be eating bloody tofu for all the care that they're giving to the animal that it's come from. And I think there's a hypocrisy in it that I find difficult to bear, but then I can't expect much from stupid people. And I have to say that's another gripe I've got, Boomer. I can't stand stupid people.
Oh, yeah. No, well, look, you know, I do have a plan to erect a shrine for common sense. Put it next to the centre path.
I'll be praying in front of that shrine, Boomer. I bloody will.
Yeah. Like, what do you think of these, what they call them, imitation meats?
Oh, look, you know what? It's all well and fine if you want to call something beef that isn't beef. I think there's a little bit
You've got no beef
self-delusion.
about that. No beef about
There's a little bit of self-delusion going on there.
Yeah, look, it's like imitation beef, and it just looks like a bag of fungus.
You know what? Fungus is good to eat. Look, I'm not named after a food source because I have any ill will towards any foods. Yeah. And, you know, there's some fantastic vegetables. Just because I enjoy my meat doesn't mean I don't like other foods. And I think that I have been to one of those Buddhist restaurants that do the fake meat. And I have to say their imitation duck and plum sauce made out of tofu tofu skin was actually pretty good.
Oh,
but I don't see why you should call it duck. Just call it tofu prepared in a particular way that tastes nice.
Yeah. I tell you make some valid points there.
That's because I'm not a stupid person.
Yeah, but I like a falafel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wouldn't say no to good falafel.
Falafel and some hummus and tabbouleh or whatever they call it. The
couscous, the salad with the couscous in it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
But I do prefer.
No, I didn't get named Brasica by parents who didn't show me around the whole world of vegetables. I tells you.
Were they hippies, your parents?
Oh God, yeah. Byron Bay sort, but not from Byron Bay, but they were Byron Bay sort.
Yeah.
They were actually out in the Swan Valley in Perth before it got expensive. It was just hippies out there.
Yeah. There
and in the hills. So that's where I was brought up. Left as soon as I could because couldn't get a nice steak out there.
No.
They were not into eating meat.
No. Yeah. Did you ever catch any yabbies?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. I used to actually go down south. There'd be there's yabby farms down there, and sometimes you can go hunt them yourself. But it's different sort of hunting because you don't shoot them because you can't really shoot a yabby because it's at the bottom of the water. But you can go yabby diving. That's fun.
Yeah. Do you cook them or do you like them raw?
No. I like a cooked yab.
Yeah.
I like a cooked yab, especially your farmed yabbies because you don't know about the cleanliness of the water there. So you want them freshly. You boil them up. You know, you boil them up, and they don't know they're dying like frogs in a kettle. It's which is also good, but tastes like chicken.
Yeah, I haven't had a good yabby in years, so I'm gonna look into that. So
I'm sorry about that, Boomer.
Yeah, but and what's your favourite type of hunting?
Something that's very hands-on, you know, because I find, you know, rifle shoot's good, but you can go and do target practice somewhere. But it's something like with a knife or with the bow and arrow. I think I'm more into the body, the kinetic connection between my movement and the projectile or the kill weapon meeting the animal. So I like more of a connection, whereas with a gun it's more of a disconnect.
And have you ever been on these trips to Africa where they shoot an elephant or a giraffe or something?
No, because they're not doing it for food; they're doing it for sport. But what I have done, I went to England and they had wild boar hunts, and that was really exciting. So I'm in the forest and we've rustled up the boar, and this bull boar came at me. And, man, it was terrifying, and I just went down on one knee and I slit its throat when it got real close, and that was so exciting.
But with the elephants, don't they eat them afterwards?
No, they take the tusks, you know, they make bloody elephant, umbrella stands out of the hooves. I don't know, haven't been, don't like the sound of it. It just all seems to be trophy hunting, and I don't hold with that because, as I said, I respect and love animals.
And I
reckon if you're going to kill them, you should eat them.
You could feed a whole village with an elephant, couldn't you?
I think in old times they used to, like the old mammoth hunts where they used to drive a mammoth over a cliff, you know.
Yeah.
That would feed the whole village for a long time. But I don't think your modern hunter, I mean, given the documentaries we've seen about, elephants' graveyards, I don't think that your modern hunter is doing anything but trophy hunting, and that I don't approve of.
Gee, you wouldn't want to be at the bottom of the cliff, would you?
No. Excuse me.
Yeah, no. I've never been to Africa, but look, there'd be no endangered animals there. I don't think I've ever shot a gun, so I'd probably more likely shoot me foot.
Well, if you really want to, you might. But if you want to, just go to a rifle range. You're not killing anything then if you're a bit squeamish.
Yeah, it's just something that's not crossed paths with me. But you never know until you have a go. And yeah, well, look, it was
Brasica.
Well,
Brasica, Boomer, Brasica. It's the thing that you put on your plate that you leave at the side because you don't like eating it. The broccoli, the cauliflower, the Brussels sprout.
Well,
honestly, I wonder if my parents named me Brasica because they didn't like me.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they loved you in their own way. But Brasica, I've got to say, have a lovely night, and
thank you.
Yeah, good luck with the shooting thing. It's each to their own. Radio, let your voice ring. Whiteman, won't you let us